On the rooftop of Hyosan High, a boy named Jin-soo is getting beaten by a group of delinquents. Then something shifts. He rises in a wrong, unnatural way and attacks back with a ferocity that shouldn't be possible in a 15-year-old. He loses his balance. He falls. His father, science teacher Lee Byung-chan, gets the call and rushes to the hospital. He doesn't look at the doctor. He slips into the ward alone, closes the door, and tells his critically injured son that everything will be fine. Jin-soo screams at him. The only thing that will end his suffering, he says, is killing the people who did this to him. Then his body starts to convulse, like something inside is trying to get out. Mr. Lee grabs a Bible, but it's already too late for that. Back at school, a student named Hyeon-ju wanders into the science lab during a cleanup and finds a small white mouse. She reaches out to pet it. It bites her. Hard. The mouse immediately turns frenzied. Mr. Lee walks in seconds later, sees the blood on the floor, and restrains her before she can leave. He knows exactly what that bite means, because Mr. Lee is the reason all of this started. A month earlier, after years of watching his son be destroyed by school bullies, while the principal buried the reports to protect the school's reputation, Mr. Lee reached his breaking point. He extracted a hormone from rats, the one that converts fear into aggression, and injected it into Jin-soo. He thought it would make him stronger. Instead, Jin-soo mutated and bit his own grandmother. By the time Mr. Lee understood what he'd created, it was already loose. When the homeroom teacher, Miss Park, comes asking about the missing Hyun-ju, Mr. Lee lies to her face. Behind him, a noise. He blames a lab mouse. He then returns to Hyun-ju, who is tied up and begging, and injects her with a sedative. She was one of the students who bullied his son. He feels nothing. What he doesn't know is that Hyun-ju has already mutated and broken free. She staggers into a classroom and publicly accuses Mr. Lee in front of everyone. A student named Soo-hyuk tries to carry her to the infirmary. She tries to bite his neck. By the time she's on the hospital bed, her body temperature has dropped to 29 degrees. She's scratching anyone who gets close. Miss Park calls emergency services. By the time the ambulance arrives, the infection has already spread to the school nurse. The nurse's wound begins to rot. Her eyes go red. She loses consciousness, and then wakes up as something else entirely. Within minutes, she bites a passing student. The virus moves at a speed no one is prepared for. Within the hour, Hyosan High is no longer a school. It's a containment zone no one has contained. On a rooftop above it all, a girl named Min Yoon stands at the edge. She's been the target of a brutal blackmail scheme. Delinquents filmed an intimate video of her and are threatening to release it. She can't imagine surviving what comes next. Then the windows below her shatter and the screaming starts. The zombies have found the building. Down in the cafeteria, a girl named An-jo is confiding to her best friend that she just confessed her feelings to Soo-hyuk. Her childhood neighbor Cheong-san overhears. He's been in love with An-jo for years, quietly, without ever saying it. The news hits him like a diagnosis. Then the doors burst open and the stampede starts. Cheong-san grabs An-jo. They fight through a window, back inside, up the stairwell, blocking every door they can find. Along the way, An-jo grabs a fire extinguisher and beats back a zombie that has Cheong-san pinned. They find a classroom, they barricade it, they breathe. Across the building, Soo-hyuk pushes through the fleeing crowd to find the class president, Namura, the girl he's never told anyone he cares about. He finds a ladder. He gets her inside. The main group is finally together. But the situation is already worse than they know. Mr. Lee is arrested. Miss Park, the homeroom teacher, takes over, herding students, broadcasting shelter instructions over the PA system, trying to hold the school together with nothing but her voice. The police don't believe the first call about zombies. They threaten the students with punishment for false reports. It takes a dozen identical calls before anyone takes it seriously. An-jo's father is the captain of the local fire station. She calls him and lies, tells him there's a massive fire at the school. He mobilizes immediately. Inside the building, a PE teacher bursts into the classroom. He orders the students to barricade the doors. Then one of the students notices the bite marks on his arm. Before anyone can act, the teacher mutates on the spot and attacks. Several boys hold him off while the others escape. They retreat down the hallway straight into more zombies. Soo-hyuk charges forward with a flying kick and buys them seconds. They fight upstairs, get cut off front and back, find a locked classroom. An-jo smashes the lock with a fire hose nozzle. They get inside. One phone. That's all they have. And Soo-hyuk doesn't come back with the others. He's knocked down during the retreat, separated. He hides in the art room, waits for his moment, and climbs out through a window, just in time to watch Chung-san get grabbed by a zombie from above. Soo-hyuk leaps in, kicks it off, and they both make it to the broadcasting room. Everyone is together. For the first time, it feels like they might have a chance. Then Na-yeon, wealthy, cold, convinced she's the only one thinking clearly, notices that a quiet boy named Gyeong-soo's nose is bleeding and his hand has a scratch. She tells the group he's infected. She makes her case loudly and repeatedly until the room turns against him. Miss Park steps in. Gyeong-soo agrees to isolate himself for an hour to prove he's clean. He proves it. Miss Park tells Na-yeon to apologize. Na-yeon walks into the room with him. The door closes. It's soundproofed. The others assume it goes well. What actually happens? Na-yeon wipes his wound with a handkerchief she's already pressed against zombie blood. She doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't even look upset. She just tells him he's a nobody and leaves. Gyeong-soo's eyes go red, tears streaming down his face. He stumbles toward the window. Chung-san blows a whistle to guide him there. Gyeong-soo falls. When the truth comes out that Na-yeon deliberately infected him, Namra walks across the room and slaps her hard. Na-yeon doesn't understand. She genuinely doesn't understand why everyone thinks he was worth saving. Chung-san shoves her to the ground. She walks out alone. Miss Park runs after her. If you've ever watched someone disappear because no one stepped in time, subscribe. The group finds a drone in the science lab. They use it to locate Chung-san, who's been hiding across the building. They get him back. But the drone crashes before it can reach the outside world, and communication stays cut. The government has shut down all signals across the district. The city has been quietly abandoned. Meanwhile, Guinam, the school's main bully, the one who organized the video blackmail scheme against Min-yoon, survives a zombie attack with bite wounds covering his body. But he doesn't turn. He walks freely among the zombies, fully conscious, still himself. Min-yoon is the same. They are something new, half infected, able to infect others, still capable of cruelty. Guinam has one priority: find Cheong-san and make him pay for recording evidence against him. He finds Soo-hyuk first, beats him, bites Namra on the arm. Soo-hyuk throws him out a window. Now Namra is changing. Her eyes go red. She feels the hunger building. She tries to leave. Soo-hyuk stops her. He ties himself to her and tells the others, if she turns, she still can't reach anyone. He trusts her. She's still warm, still in control, barely. She admits she wanted to bite him. She admits she knows what that means, but she doesn't. When things settle, Dae-soo jokes that she might be half and half, like fried chicken, half spicy. The whole room bursts out laughing. The sound of it, after everything, is almost unbearable. That night, Chung-san sees his mother in the courtyard. She's turned. His classmates don't know. They raise their weapons. He screams her name. They retreat. They regroup. They make it to the roof. The military arrives by helicopter, not to rescue them, to retrieve Mr. Lee's laptop, which contains the only clue to stopping the virus. Once they have it, they receive new orders. Min-yoon's half-zombie state proves that even conscious survivors are at transmission risk. The commander orders a citywide bombing to contain the spread. He tells the soldiers to leave everyone behind. Chung-san kicks over the campfire. Nobody's coming. But An-jo's father is already inside the school, planting yellow markers to guide them out. He reaches them. Under his cover, the group escapes to the backfield. He pulls them through the tennis court, then stays behind. An-jo sees the wound on his hand. She understands. She doesn't stop running. When the bombs drop, Chung-san is on the rooftop. He's drawn the zombies there deliberately to give the others their last clear path out. Guinam finds him, takes his eye. The building goes up in flames, both of them swallowed by it. Chung-san's fate is unknown. Only An-jo's name tag survives. The remaining students reach the military blockade. They're alive. They made it. 4 months later, the lockdown lifts. The city begins to breathe again. An-jo slips out of quarantine to leave flowers for the ones who didn't make it. Walking back, she notices a campfire burning in the distance. She finds Soo-hyuk. They both know. They go back to the school. Almost everyone who survived is already there, drawn by the same signal without anyone calling them. Namra steps out of the dark. She missed them. But she can't leave. During the month she was gone, she found others like her, half-infected, still human, difficult to control. Someone has to stay. Someone has to keep them in check. Anjo reaches for her hand. "We're friends," Namra says, "even if we're apart." Then she hears her kind calling, and she disappears back into the dark.